Valentine's Day by John Osborne. On a shelf in Sean's bedroom are 3 A4 box files. In the first he keeps his recipes, photocopied from books, printed from websites, recipes torn from a spiral-bound notebook. They were written for him by Ian, the first man to ever give him a job in a kitchen. Sean worked as a trainee chef at the Shakespeare Hotel when he was 18, when he decided that university wasn't for him. Instead of exams and books, he preferred sharpening knives, mixing up a pepper sauce, picking the leaves off sprigs of rosemary. Ian took him under his wing. "You've got talent," he told him. And when Sean admitted he was having trouble convincing his mum and dad it was a good idea to become a chef, letting all his brains and promise go to waste, as they had put it, Ian went round to see them. In their front room, he explained their response was an overreaction. Their son had a talent that needed nurturing. It was time to put their faith in his abilities. Throughout their time working together, Ian always wrote him recipes. Here's one that'll be useful, he'd remember. Take the biro from behind his ear and start listing ingredients and offer hints. After he'd been there for a year, Sean was asked to come in on his morning off. "I'm going to teach you something," Ian said, standing with him at the stove. He asked him to sign a confidentiality agreement that he would never reveal the secret ingredients of the Shakespeare's famous red wine gravy. In the second box file, he's written important things on the label. It's his P45s, bank statements, spare passport photographs, his TV licence, certificates, his national insurance card, the paper part of his driving licence. He's never needed any of these things, but he knows exactly where they are. As soon as an envelope arrives containing important documents, he knows where it's going. Then there's the third box. On that, he's written MISC. It was a few weeks since Christmas. Sean took the cards down from the ledge above his fireplace. He made a pile of the cards to put in the blue recycling bin by the back door from colleagues or marketing companies. Best wishes from everyone at the Good Food Halal. Season's greetings from Bob's Tyres in Falmouth, speeding you into a new year. As always, there were a few cards he couldn't bring himself to throw away, so he put them in his A4 box file. When he opened it up, he realised how long it had been since he last had a look through what was in there. He had the afternoon to himself, no football on the telly, nothing in his diary, and a couple of days off work, so he tipped the MISC box over the duvet of his freshly made bed. He opened up his laptop, put his iTunes on shuffle, and said to himself, "It's time to have a sort through." In the MISC box there were postcards, true print envelopes, letters, "Happy Valentine's Day, Sean, lots of love, Mum." A signed photograph of Steve McManaman. An S, E and A from the lids of tubes of Smarties. He had been so determined to spell his own name. A snap, crackle and pop wristwatch he'd saved up for using tokens from the back of Rice Krispies boxes. With each mouthful he was a step closer until that day he sent off for it, then waited until the excitement of the morning it arrived in the post. A bookmark from the Jorvik Centre. A rubber from the Jorvik Centre. A pencil sharpener from the Jorvik Centre. A sheet of Toy Story stickers. But mainly it was cards. Valentine's cards from Jade, birthday cards, often garish with bubble writing slogans. "Birthday dude," "Son in a million," "A little bird told me you were another year older." Pictures of gorillas, racing cars, a drawing of flowers for someone special. He hated throwing things away. Anything even remotely sentimental would end up in this misc box file. Back at his mum and dad's, he had a scrapbook. Letters from Father Christmas, pictures he'd done in their infants, all kept in his bedroom in a drawer that smelt of wax crayons. Happy birthday, Sean. Love from Auntie Brenda. A picture of a bottle of tequila. Happy 21st, Sean, from everyone at the Shakespeare. A card from Jade. 2 pandas cuddling a love heart.
Hello, Sean. Happy Valentine's Day. We've had the best year together. Look forward to 100 more. Love from Jade. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Hello, Sean. Having a lovely time in Blackpool on the Ladies' Golf Club weekend away. Looking forward to telling you all about it when I get back. Hope you're having fun at the Centre Parks with your mum and dad. Lots of love, Grandma.
Hello, Sean. Sorry to hear you're leaving. From everyone at the Shakespeare.
Dear Sean, good luck in your new job. I can't believe you've left home and it's just me and your dad now. But this job offer might be the best thing to ever happen to you. You always loved helping me cook. Maybe this year you can do the Christmas dinner and it'll be me doing the washing up. Your dad can still make the gravy. Maybe we'll come and eat at this new restaurant soon. We'll make a weekend of it. We've never been all the way down to Cornwall. Things are all fine here. Your dad's out at a do, so it's just me. I was just taking your curtains down to give them a wash, and I thought I'd write to say hi. Your dad'll probably email you at some point. He's talking about setting up Skype. He's going to talk to the man in Dixon's. I'll stick with writing letters for now. Eat well, good luck with the new job, and I hope your new flat is nice. See you soon, love from Mum. Enclosed is a cheque for you to get some shopping.
Happy Valentine's Day, Sean. Hope you're having the best time down in Cornwall. Miss you so much, but I'm looking forward to getting the train down to see you again this weekend. I've got the new mix CD you made me to listen to when I'm on my trains. And thanks for telling me about the Radio 4 Desert Island Discs archive. I've downloaded hundreds. I'll let you know any episodes I think you'll like. I've got you a present, but it's too big to post. I've put it by the front door because I'm scared I'll forget to bring it with me. I fall over it every morning, but that's just my way of reminding myself to bring it with me when I visit you. I hope you like it. Thanks for the flowers. I've put some of them on my bedside table and some on my desk at work. I'm still looking for jobs down near you, but I haven't had much luck yet. Anyway, you'll have your own restaurant one day soon and I can be a waitress. I saw your mum and dad the other day at the post office. Your dad's got a new anorak. I'm sure he's told you all about it. Anyway, miss you, miss you, miss you. Jade.
Dear Sean, we're in Blackpool again. Our bed and breakfast closed down last year, so we're staying somewhere different for the first time. We don't like it. We're thinking that next year we might go to Morecambe. Hope you're having fun with Jade in Greece. Lots of love, Grandma. Dear Sean, sending you warm wishes from rainy Morecambe. I'm here with the Ladies' Golf Club again. We don't like it here. We're going back to Blackpool next year. Hope you're having fun with Jade in Spain. Lots of love, Grandma.
Happy birthday, Sean. Love from Anna and Nicholas, Jade's mum and dad. Happy birthday, Sean. Love from Uncle Peter and Auntie Emily.
Happy birthday, Sean. Love from Grandma. Happy Christmas, Sean. Love from Grandma.
To a valued customer, happy Christmas from everyone at the Good Food Halal.
Dear Sean, congratulations on your promotion. You've done it again. Head chef. We're both so proud, Mum and Dad. P.S. Attached is a cheque for you to get some things in at the supermarket.
Dear Sean, your mum just told me about another new job. Congratulations. I've heard Jamie Oliver's running scared. Lots of love, Grandma.
Dear Sean, congratulations on your first head chef position. I knew when I gave you that job in the Shakespeare that you would go far. I saw your dad at the quiz on Tuesday. He was telling me all about it. He's so proud. He wrote down your address for me. I said I'd send a note to say hi. Also thought I'd send you some recipes from my notebook. I'm sure you're dealing with much fancier food than we could ever cope with, but don't forget your roots. You can't beat a good steak pie. Don't let any of those Southerners tell you otherwise. I wasn't lying when I said to your mum and dad that afternoon that you were one of the best chefs I've ever worked with. You can just tell when you work with as many as I have done. Some people just have it. There's a girl who's just started here recently. She's good. She reminds me of you. It's the way she puts her apron on, the way she brings the knife down on the chopping board. You both do it identically, slightly different to anyone else. That's something you can't teach. I'm sure you'll notice similar things now you'll be employing new chefs yourself. You'll be able to tell which ones won't last. I liked that you never cared what anyone said when you were reading your book during your break. He'll go a long way, I always thought. It's the same with this new girl. You should try out her halloumi. I bet you never thought you'd hear me say that. I told her all about you. You're our success story, all the way down there with your fancy new restaurant celebrities have eaten in. Hope you don't mind me sending you these recipes. Maybe they'll end up on one of your menus one day. Next time you're back home, make sure you come in and say hello. We'll cook for your family. Jade too. All the best, Ian. A card with a photograph of a baby with wind. Bloody sprouts. Happy Christmas, Sean. Love from Auntie Brenda. Sean, happy Christmas. Enclosed is your certificate for the Black Bull Sunday League Player of the Season. See you down the Black Bull soon. I'll get you a pint in. All the best, Smiggy. A hedgehog in bed with a thermometer in its mouth. Get well soon. Sorry to hear you've not been well, Sean. Lots of love, Auntie Brenda. Dear Sean, glad to hear you're out of hospital. You had us all worried sick. Hope you're looking after yourself. All the best, Auntie Brenda. Get well soon.
Dear Sean, just a note to say I've heard you're feeling much better and are going back to work. Thinking of you, stay healthy, start eating cauliflower. Grandma.
Sean looked at the recipes Ian had sent. He read through them all before putting them into his recipes box file. He made a note of Ian's address in the top right-hand corner of the first page of the letter and transferred it into his address book. He opened the first true print folder of photographs. When he was younger, he'd take care putting photographs into albums. He'd always make sure there was some kind of order, a delicate chronology of smiley faces, sepia baby photographs with rounded corners, Wendy houses, sandpits, micro machines, nativities, memories of all his favourite winter coats. Then there was 1997, photos from a week in Ibiza with his mate Mark, the trip to the test match, a photograph of his dad meeting Nasser Hussain. That had been in a frame for a long time. 1998, 1999, the last album was 2004, the first of the Jade years. She bought him a digital camera, and soon he stopped asking for a new photograph album from his parents for Christmas. Also on his duvet, tipped from the A4 box file, were gig tickets. Super Furry Animals and Pulp and The Divine Comedy. There were conkers from a conker competition years ago. Lots of string. Novelty paper clips from Christmas crackers. A CD. He took it out, put it in the disk drive. As soon as track 1 started, he didn't need an inlay to know the names of the tracks. He could remember each one. It was a CD from Jade. They made each other CDs every Valentine's Day, every Christmas, every birthday. He'd listen to them until they scratched. He would spend every moment he wasn't working at the Shakespeare working on those CDs to be certain he'd chosen the right Modest Mouse song. Throw in a couple of B-sides, maybe an unknown band he'd once heard on a pirate radio station he used to listen to because he thought it made him seem more cool. He preferred radio too. He loved it when Jade sent him those CDs. He remembered each track like it was a photograph. His and Jade's relationship in carefully chosen songs with biro-drawn sleeve art. It wasn't just Jade who made him mix CDs. He read an inlay. Track 1, Sugar Hill Gang. Track 2, Bonnie Prince Billy. Track 3, Bob Dylan. Before he'd even looked at the elaborately felt-tipped CD, he knew this was from Saul, his friend from the Shakespeare, the coolest person he'd ever met. 5 seconds of music, a handwritten CD inlay, and suddenly you're transported in time. He was back at the Shakespeare, chopping onions next to Saul, the stereo on full blast, the new Bob Dylan album, audible to diners whenever the door to the restaurant wafted open and shut. He wishes he kept more of his grandma's postcards from the seaside towns she'd visited with the ladies from the golf club. His mum and dad and Jade had sent him so many letters over the years. Why hadn't he kept every single one? When he was at primary school, they were all encouraged to keep a scrapbook. He should have carried that on. A diary so he could read what was going through his head the first time he met Jade in the park on the bench next to the pond. But people only have so much space. There are only so many box files you can have on your shelf. Still, he had a good collection. Enough memories to keep him going for now. An owl wearing a mortarboard. Well done on your GCSEs. Lots of love, Uncle Peter and Auntie Emily. A picture of a bottle of champagne popping. Happy 18th, lots of love, Uncle Peter and Auntie Emily. A man ripping up an L plate. Congratulations on passing your driving test. Love from Uncle Peter and Auntie Emily. A badge still pinned to the front of a Mr. Tickle birthday card. Happy birthday, lots of love, Uncle Peter and Auntie Emily. With deepest sympathy. Hi, Sean. Sorry to hear about your grandma. Let us know if there is anything we can do. All our love, Uncle Peter and Auntie Emily.
Dear Sean, sorry to hear about your grandma. It was lovely to see you, even though it was such a sad occasion, but the service was lovely. I hope you and your family are okay. I'll plan my next trip to come and see you soon. I've started driving lessons with a nice lady called Wendy, so it'll be much easier to make the journey. No more sitting on delayed trains worrying about my connection. Both my sisters passed first time with Wendy, so hopefully it's a family tradition I can carry on and I can be driving through the night time to see you. Hope you and your mum and dad are okay. Lots of love, Jade. Dear Sean, happy anniversary. 7 years ago today we first met in the park on the bench next to the pond. Love you so much, Jade. Happy birthday, Sean. Miss you so much, Jade. Happy Christmas. So excited to come and see you. Our first Christmas, just the two of us. Love you, Sean. Jade. Dear Sean, happy Valentine's Day. Miss you. Speak soon. Jade.
Dear Sean, I know I shouldn't be sending this, but I look at you every day at work. Happy Valentine's Day, Naomi.
Dear Sean, we're so sorry to hear about what happened between you and Jade. You must be going through such a hard time. Give us a call. We worry about you. If you want a few days away, come and see us. We'll look after you. We'll make you some nice food and you can sleep in your old bed. It must be very hard for you. This time, we won't even mind if you bring a big bag of your dirty washing home. Lots of love, Mum and Dad. Enclosed is a cheque to pay for a train ticket home.
Sean, thanks for helping us move house. Hopefully we'll be able to return the favour one day. Love from Barnaby and Katie. Homer Simpson in his vest salivating, a birthday cake in a thought bubble. Dear Sean, happy birthday, 28, how time flies. Lots of love, Uncle Peter and Auntie Emily. Sean, just a note to say thanks for having us round to dinner the other night. The lamb was delicious. Hope you enjoy your port. Love from Barnaby and Katie.
Dear Sean, happy Valentine's Day. I guess it's a bit strange that I'm sending you a card now we've split up. I've been trying to work out if this was the right thing to do all morning. I was going to cross out the love heart on the front with a permanent marker, but that didn't seem right somehow. I guess it's just the different kind of love heart now. Do you remember when we went for that long walk one Valentine's Day morning, and we said that no matter what happened, even if we weren't together forever, which we probably would be, we would write to each other every Valentine's Day, tell each other what we were up to. I just thought I would write and say hi and that I'm okay. I'm in a cafe. I've just finished work. I came in here because it's raining and I couldn't deal with the long walk home. You know what I'm like. I saw your dad yesterday. We were both in the waiting room in Specsavers. We had appointments at the same time. It was really nice to see him. He told me how well you're doing in your job. It was good to get an update, if slightly random. Anyway, hope it's not too weird to hear from me. I just thought about you and me and how strange it would be not to hear what you were doing. When I saw your dad, it felt like he was a member of my own family. Does that sound crazy? I hope you're doing well. I really mean that. Jade.
A drawing of a footballer with a muddy face holding a trophy. Dear Sean, happy birthday, 29, how time flies. Lots of love, Uncle Peter and Auntie Emily. Sean, thanks so much for the flowers. You must come round and visit when we've sorted ourselves out and are managing to get some sleep again. Love from Barnaby and Katie and Josh.
Hello, Sean. It was lovely to come and see you at the weekend. Me and your dad had a lovely time, and it was so exciting to see your new restaurant. I can't believe you have your name in lights. We are both so proud. In a couple of years, we'll both be retired, and we're thinking of moving to the countryside somewhere. Maybe Cornwall could be a good place for us to come. That's a long way off, though. I'm sure you won't want us around. We were very sad when we heard what had happened with Jade. Obviously, it's none of our business. All couples have their problems. A month before your dad and I were married, I spent most of my days at your grandma's house, crying. The whole world seemed to be crushing me. I was so scared and worried about the future. And I've never told you this, but years before your grandma married your granddad, she left another man standing at the altar. She was 18 and she couldn't go through with it. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but your dad just mixed me a cocktail and I'm having a lovely time doing some drunk letter writing. Your grandma regretted it, of course. That poor man. But it's always made me think, if she'd gone through with it, everything would be different. I sometimes wonder what happened to him. But if she hadn't made that decision, I wouldn't be here, and neither would you. Your granddad wouldn't have been around. Your dad would be mixing cocktails for someone else. Things happen for a reason. You and Jade split up for a reason. Everything that happened afterwards happened for a reason. Whatever happens next is for a reason. Whenever things get hard, that's what you've got to tell yourself. Enclosed is a cheque, so you can take yourself somewhere nice for your next day off. Are you near a zoo? Lots of love, Mum.
Sean started to put the cards and letters back in his A4 box folder. He closed it, put it back on the shelf. It was the last week of January. He took a Valentine's Day card he'd bought a few days earlier out from his bag and started to write. Dear Jade, this Valentine's card cost me £4.95. I know that's not the most romantic way of starting a letter. I just wanted to get it out the way. I've spent the last half an hour looking at all the Valentine's cards you ever sent me. It's made me think of that day we met in the park on the bench next to the pond. Happy Valentine's Day. I thought I would write to tell you how much I miss you, how much you mean to me. I want 100 more Valentine's cards from you. I've been very lucky in life, one of the luckiest. When we broke up, I hurt and disappointed you. I won't let that happen again. It's the only time I've ever been unhappy. From now on, I hope it will always be me and you, no matter what happens. Sean signed his name, sealed the envelope, and as he started to write out Jade's address, decided he wouldn't need a stamp. He was going to deliver this card by hand. Before he left his house, he noticed one stray postcard still on the bed.
Dear Sean, it's raining in Whitby. Next year I'm going abroad. Lots of love, Grandma.
Valentine's Day was written and performed by me, John Osborne, with Anne Beach as Grandma, Suki Webster as Mum, and Izzy Sutty as Jade. It was produced by Jane Bertu.